No reconnection successful on OBS. Just said it reconnected.
I'm looking at it and it said offline. It restarted us. Okay, there it goes.
There it is. Hey guys, we're back. My internet dropped out. I had to pick back up. We're good.
Two things.
Okay, you know whether a creature succeeds or fails. Cool. That was my only question. Just if you choose to, not resist, I'll know.
She's not resisting.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and tell us, then.
Like I said. Wait, which part? You want to know about Zeph or you want to know about me?
Zeph. I mean.
Yeah, he deals with some shady people. He's hard on money sometimes. I don't know how the menagerie's still up, honestly, but yeah, it's
more about the Gilded Eye, though.
What would you like to know? I don't know a whole lot about them. They're a pretty secret society. I know they do some shady business. I don't know exactly who leads them. I know that they have a different tier order, so to speak, a hierarchy.
That kind of order. Okay.
Again, they were originally an order of wizards. They probably still are.
Yeah, and then the secrets become blah 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 in power, and then the secrets get deeper secrets, and the bottom people don't know everything, and there's someone at the top. Yeah.
Now, Zeph may have dragged you guys into this, but you can leave it be. I will say, he seemed very worried. I don't know where he went, but he looked like he was running from something and wanted help.
Yeah. So the two things we found were, you said you were a smuggler?
Used to be.
Can you read Thieves' Camp?
Yeah.
I hand over the journal.
Should look at it. Yeah, it looks like they were smuggling some trinkets, something from Gig-Eater, which is interesting. Wow. Okay. I mean, a lot of it's some drugs, some illegal things. No people, thankfully. Yeah. I didn't think Zeph would be in that business. So that's good. We have here... Okay. Looks like a week ago when they came into town, they brought... Dude, this thing is loud. They brought a broken mirror found in Gig-Eater. Okay. Got from Metadophai. I traveled with it for a while. I'm not really sure what that's about, but if the Gilded Eye is interested at all in it, it has to do something with Veil magic, as they call it. That's about it, really. And she closes the book and hands it back to you. There's really not too much of interest in here besides typical, smuggling of goods. Stolen goods, more than likely.
Why would the eye be so focused on veil magic?
Well, that's the eye. The eye was originally founded to protect the veil.
Yeah.
The history has it that the veil was created during the Shattering, which is when supposedly this race called humans fought a wannabe god, I guess is a good way to put it. And with that, they were shunted away. Humans no longer exist, and the veil is what's created in the process.
Above table question.
Yeah.
The temple that Auraria found.
Yes.
Was that to do with the veil?
No. That was to do with the Fandros.
A Fandros. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's pretty much it. It's a lot of, children's stories, mythological mumbo jumbo that no one can really prove. I mean, humans aren't even real. Like, it's
humans are mythological?
There's no humans. No one's ever seen a human.
Let me put it for you. I spent a long time in my youth finding out that children's myths are not always as mythological as you think.
Okay.
I've seen the world serpent twice.
She'll look at you and then realize, like, the zone of truth is up. Holy shit.
As
Didn't eat
well,
you?
what are the whales called again?
The dadgummit. I gotta pull my notes up.
Whales.
No, there's a specific whale. I gotta pull my notes up. Give me 1 second.
Oh wait, I've got it. I think I have it.
Thank
Let me
you.
see. Drift song.
Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say drift.
Thank you.
I kept saying drift loon, and I'm like, that's a Pokemon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've seen drift song whales.
Right.
So they're not.
Roll me an insight check.
Yeah. That's what I do.
It's what I do.
Dirty 20.
You get the feeling she knows you're telling the truth, but she believes that you think you saw that. Those things.
Look,
She doesn't. She believes you, and that you believe that you saw that, but doesn't believe you actually saw that.
Look, whether you believe me or not, I know that the zone of truth only allows us to say what we believe is true. But whether you believe me or not,
I've sailed these oceans left and right, up and down, and never once saw the world serpent. So, maybe I got lucky. And maybe you did too, since it didn't eat you. But
well, I was on the shore. You can see it from it's
can't miss it.
It's unfathomably big.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going to tell
take your
you.
word for it.
World serpent.
Look, I'm just going to put it this way. I would not just toss things off to myth. There often tends to be truth behind myth.
You hear a little snicker, a little bit of a laugh from the corner behind you, across the parlor, outside of your zone, for sure. From upstairs in the parlor. It's just a... It's interesting.
Is it Zephyros?
No.
No.
It is a familiar voice.
Yeah. Do I need to roll for it, or is it the purple tiefling?
It's the purple tiefling. It's Rickson.
Gross.
This frickin' guy. What's his name again?
Rickson.
Rickson? I'm gonna need you to stop.
I haven't done anything.
Like, stop on the whole idea of, stalking us. You seem to be just out of sight all the time. Like, out the corner of my eye.
The whole time. And Mira's gonna look over. Okay, I'll be back. I have to go get help with him.
Yeah.
He's not supposed to be here, Rickson. I paid my dues.
I saw you in the woods.
Are you like a mob boss or something?
Rickson, I saw you in the woods.
You did? Mm-hmm.
Oh, and so you've been here the whole time?
I got here before you all. You went shopping. I want to come and get a drink. So you
just always happen to be just outside of wherever we are?
It's a coincidence. You're in my city.
You sound like
more than that.
Armor.
I think it's a little more than that, but I don't like being followed. Anyway,
he's gonna get up. As Mira gets up, Mira's gonna walk down, and he's just gonna hand her a small slip of paper. You all see it. You don't see what it says, but Mira takes a look at it, crumples it up, shoves it in her pocket. You have 5 minutes. She walks downstairs, and Rickson comes over, pulls her seat out, and sits on it with the back. And he's like,
freaking course he does.
So, you're looking for Zephyros. That's fun. Very interesting, actually. I would stay away from the Gilded Eye if I were you. You're kind
friends of yours.
Far from my friends. And they wouldn't be yours either.
I got that vibe.
They'd probably hunt your kind, really.
Again, the vibe I got.
Mhm.
Now, what are you?
And
I
whose
am
kind are you talking about? My kind? Her kind?
all of
his
yours.
The
kind?
dual. I'm gonna assume the dual us kind.
And he smiles, catching up quick. Yes. I know what you
I happen
are.
to be quite insightful.
I know where you come from. I don't know why you're in these bodies that you do not own.
Well,
Very strange, but I'm here for entertainment. You're fun to watch. You're here for some reason. It might benefit me, it might not, but I'm going to keep watching you, whether you like it or not.
you
Unless
haven't
you
answered
stop
my
me.
question.
Which is what?
What
Why
are
am I
you?
here? What am I? I'm a tiefling? I'm not. I'm not supposed to be. I'm much like you, but different. You didn't sense any resistance to your zone of truth.
Yeah,
But I am what you see.
I'm just going to say there's a certain power to you that is a little unnerving.
Same with you. And you, and you, and you, and the other one who is not here for some reason.
He
I'm
saw
drawn to
you
it.
and then wandered off.
I don't know if he saw me.
Well,
He went looking
walked in
for
the
your little
direction you
elven
were.
friend.
That makes more sense. He walked off in the direction that I saw you, and then he walked off in that general direction. So
Coincidence, if anything.
coincidence.
I'm not going to speak to him alone. Are you kidding me? He'd kill me. Or at least try.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably. Well, no, yeah.
Cody,
Yeah,
roll me a perception check. You see, you all are very familiar to me.
16.
You hear a small click. And music starts to play from your music box in your bag. And Rickson stops for a minute and looks dead at you, Cody, and goes, I haven't heard that since he faded. And he gets up and kind of paces towards the fire. You know, there are names this world forgets. And, not because they didn't matter, you know, but because they weren't allowed to stay. He'll take his seat again, hold up his hand. There were 3 of us once. A prince, an echo, and me. Kale, Ethylvarian, born into legacy and raised on silence and command. He was a storm. He was contained and focused, and basically the weight of 1,000 years pressed into one life. And he was my brother. Not by blood, but by battle and fire. And then there was the man from beyond. Out of this world. Not really. But when he arrived, it was like Ytheria had been waiting for him. And he looks down, Cody, at you, and through you, as if he's looking at someone else. Laughs at things that we didn't know were funny, and he asked the stars if they dreamed. It gave names to clouds and spells and shadows. He gave me a name once. Something kind. He hummed this tune constantly. This one. He said it helped him feel real. They shared a body, he and Kale. just like you. One soul forged in discipline, and one born of wonder. Together, they made something beautiful. And you all notice he's starting to clench his jaw and not look at you in the eyes. The veil doesn't permit balance. It waits. It frays. It decides. And one day, that little echo began to fade. I need everyone to roll me an insight or perception check.
We're going to go with insight on this one because it will give me a 21.
Okay.
That is an insight for a 25.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perception for a 13.
All right.
Perception for a 22.
Everyone but Cody.
Aw,
Everyone but Cody
unfortunate.
for just a
Cody thinks that Ricker's still looking straight at him.
for a,
Looking through his transparent goo.
for a
I'm just
Not
imagining
transparent.
Sal's just like,
just yeah. For a split, I think Sal's more focused on this music box is playing now that wasn't playing earlier, even when he watched it wound up. Just kind of staring at it. For just a, not even a split second, just for a brief, very quick moment, almost like you didn't see it. You see an image of Rickson's face fracturing, just for just a moment, like cracking. Gold lines that just kind of show up as like a shattered glass on his face just for a brief moment before it's gone. There was no death, no fight, just silence. One day I turned to speak to him and he wasn't there. He looks all at you all. You notice the lights kind of dancing behind him. Kale doesn't remember him. Not a trace. Not a shadow. Not even when I say his name. It slides off his thoughts like oil on glass. But I do. Just takes a deep breath and it's shaky. You notice his hand shaking. He says, I remember because I wasn't meant to exist either. And the veil, they can't erase what it never wrote. And again, he's like looking through you all in the distance. You can tell he's not making eye contact. He's looking past you. Maybe you're strong enough to hold on. Maybe your soul is louder than the silence that waits beneath it all. Maybe your name will echo through this world long after the veil tries to take it. But he was all those things too. He still vanished. Not because he was weak. Not because the world decided he didn't belong and now it doesn't even remember that it chose to forget him. His name is a bruise on my spirit. And he stands up, a soundless scream in the marrow of my bones. A ghost that no one but me still weeps for. I remember. And that's my punishment. He takes one last look at you all, each individually, and his stare lingers on Cody a little longer. And you guys notice the shadows start to slowly coalesce around him and pick up from the floor around him. And he just looks down and with a single golden teardrop falling off the bridge of his nose, says, "Miss you, my echo," and disappears. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
how dare you hurt my soul so egregiously?
Well, damn.
So we
Thank
leveled
you
up?
guys. No,
Yeah, I think
not
we
yet.
should have leveled up. It's
Not yet.
I'm
Well,
level
you know
3.
what? You know what? Hold on. If I actually think about this, Vex, you assisted. No, actually, you didn't do anything special, really. You just liked right away. You didn't have to make really many rolls, but I will say because Sal was able to charm the living pants off that lady. You guys were able to haggle things down Grim was able to haggle things down. You guys made so many successful rolls and everything. I will let you level up this session. Go ahead and level up. You're level 4.
Thanks, Dad.
You guys had a lot of successes.
Oh
And you
my
got some
goodness.
info about Rickson and the Veil and you
We
all
did good.
in a way. So yeah, I hope I hurt your feelings. So I hurt my own writing it. And there's more to it later, but it's late and you guys aren't going to rest yet. It's still midday, so there's more later. For sure. There's a lot more with that. So, with that, you guys leveled up.
You.
Who we raiding?
I was actually just looking at who all we are friends with that's live. Dyson Autism is doing Dungeons and Dragons like they normally do. Latinos Against Spooky Shit's doing Final Fantasy 9.
We haven't raided Latinos in a long time.
We haven't rated Spooky in a hot second.
How do you spell all that?
I'm gonna just send it to you right now.
That's greatly appreciated. Sorry about that weird stutter. I don't know what happened. My internet came right back. It's like it didn't completely drop out, so everything was able to reboot and reconnect. But yeah,
it definitely kind of
sucks.
sucks that like we lost all of that like right in the middle. But it do be what it do be.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Thankfully, it wasn't too much, but
Could have been way worse.
Realistically, yeah. All right, but
oh,
with that, we will see you guys next Tuesday at 8:30 for Grimm's Adventure, where you know, we get to go from this like really traumatic ass world to trauma but southern. So
So the South, just that. What do you mean?
yeah, it's the South.
I'm-
It's just the South.
That's just. Listen, I played South of Midnight. All right, I love the story, love the art, love the music, love the characters.
oh my
Well, it
God,
looks
the
like we lost some
music.
viewers when that happened
Mhm.
too, and dropped down
Yeah.
to 9 viewers when that happened. That sucks. Oh well, it happens. All right, guys. Well, again, we'll see you next week. Thanks so much for watching, and
Bye,
we'll catch you
guys.
next time. Have a good night. Peace.
Bye.